This is the part in the presentation where some of you say, I'm tired. You're like, Jones, this is a lot of work. Focus is work. There's no question. It's not about being busy. Some of you saw the whole thing of being busy a moment ago. Busy is just activity. Focus is the intentional direction of your time and energy towards what matters most. Well, I got good news, because one of our next permissions deals with what it feels like and what you need to do when you've been focusing. So let's say you get here and you're doing this stuff, okay? Then the next step in the process is to give yourself permission to recharge. Permission to recharge. Since focus takes energy, we've got to get some energy back in some way. And a fun fact about honeybees is that in a healthy hive, bees actually rest more than they work. In fact, in a healthy hive, the average honeybee takes about 40 naps per day. I heard the laugh, yeah. You're just envisioning yourself being at your workspace, and somebody comes in, you're laying across your desk and going, what are you doing? Jones told me, 40 naps a day. It's true. Research has shown this, that when the bee, before it extracts the pollen or the nectar from the flower, you'll sometimes see the bee just kind of, for a second to recharge, because it knows it's got a lot of work ahead of itself. Grabs the pollen or nectar, heads back to the hive. In the hive, same thing. They might work for a while, but then they stop. Because to always be focusing is draining. It burns you out. Some of you are saying, yep, that's me. You have to take those moments to step away. That's what this conference is partly about. I heard it in the beginning. Enjoy your time here in Raleigh. Look after yourself. Have some good times. Step away so you can recharge, so you can go back and do better. So here's the next conversation with that person at your table, right? As soon as our slide changes. What do you need rest from these days? Yeah. Take about 1 minute with the person at your table. What do you need rest from these days?